Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name is Rochelle and I am doing a reading for Cancer in all placements, and it's timeless in general. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Um, I'm doing this spread that I came up with, which is just kind of, using a lot of oracle cards, which seems to be where I'm leaning lately. So, anyway, let's just dive in and see what we got going on for my Cancerians. Oh, and there's Lioness Kitty Cat. Good morning, crab legs. Yes, crab legs rising over here. I've got crab legs moon. Okay, we've got magic and alchemy. 43. Mm. Rock and endurance. 20. Hey, Cora made it. And just on time, too. Good morning. And atoms and building. 40. you're you're harnessing some kind of energy, some kind of power. Um, for some reason, there's a certain group of people that call themselves breatharians, and they live on air. They breathe, and I don't know how these people survive, frankly, but I get that impression that something that people normally, there's not enough for them to subsist on, somehow it works for you. You have some kind of ability to thrive in a situation that to most people would be like unthinkable. Like, what? No. Couldn't do that if I tried. And somehow you're able to access this energy, transform this energy, because with alchemy is being able to manipulate energy to turn one thing into another. And it's, no, I don't understand. Basically, with this building and this atoms, it's like it's I don't know why I keep getting this image of like somehow pulling I don't know how to explain this, pulling molecules out of the air. um Being able to separate what you need from the thing in order to use it to build. Kind of makes me think of pharmaceuticals. Like, um, they take something that is in its natural form, a plant, and then they extract or sometimes recreate an element from that. So it's something along these lines. Okay, so it's very interesting. Oh, and there's Rebecca. Good morning. So glad you're here. All ladies in the house again. Okay, so going with my Queen of the Moon oracle. Abundance and Hunter Moon, 38. Mm. Pleasure, Waning Gibbous 2, number 18. Oh, well, here, let me get one more card. Um, Discernment, Waning Gibbous 1, number 10. Okay, so the my little O is that sorry. 38 breaks down to 11, which breaks down to a 2, and also Rock and Endurance breaks down to a 2. And so you are creating abundance seemingly out of thin air. Pretty much what I was saying. You're able to extract something that somehow people can't see, but you can, or you're able to. So um yeah, so we have all this abundance. You are, again, you're thriving. You have everything you need around you. There's you've got companionship. You've got, there's kind of this, the Hunter Moon. I did know this and I forgot, but it's like, there's kind of, it looks kind of harvesty and like, harvest time and fall, and it's like it's all the good things that is bringing you incredible amount of pleasure, because you're not wanting for anything. You have the ability um to work this magic, whatever it is, and um you're transforming yourself, your life. And there's something about like you opening the floodgates. And so with discernment, you're kind of having to sift through um everything that's coming in, because there's an abundance of a lot of stuff in a lot of different areas. And yeah, you you're having to discern which things you have space for in your life. Not everything is in alignment with you or with what you're building, but you're still attracting it because you're just, it didn't come out, but that you're very magnetic. There's a card, a magnetic and attraction card that I keep seeing. And you're giving into the pleasure of all the good coming in, but then you're also like, okay, um, I gotta keep my head on my shoulders. I gotta stay focused on what's practical, what's important to me. And we have some kitty scratching confirmation. So wow, yeah. All right. I want to go with the wisdom of Avalon. And there's the sun. Do 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 do. Our token male in the chat. For now, at least. Okay, we've got restriction, 35. Focus, 33. And the cat, independence, healthy boundaries, 18. Which pleasure also breaks down to an 8, or is 18. Um, so you're gaining pleasure. How do I say it? Fully from your own, yeah, I mean, how do I say this? Your independence is bringing you pleasure. As you are um, experiencing this powerful transformation, because we have the butterflies here, and you're really enjoying your own energy, enjoying your life, and all the connections that you're creating within yourself and in your world. You're kind of it's it's allowing you to be able to set boundaries, maybe in a way you haven't been able to before. You're standing very strong in this singular energy. Just you're enjoying yourself, your own self, your own energy. Anyway, so this restriction, um, this restriction could have something to do with the process of whatever it is you're creating or changing. Um, or it's like as you're going through the process of doing this thing of building, um, you might be bumping up against some kind of restriction, something that you need to think outside the box for, to get to kind of navigate, work your way around. And so there's this focusing on what's important to you. Once again, focusing on um, being discerning about what you're creating, and it's all focused around you and your independence. Your focus is your independence, even. I mean, this could be, a situation for some of you at least where you felt restricted in a connection for whatever reason. And so you're changing your focus. You're putting your focus onto you. Um, the sign of Cancer tends to be a very giving energy, very nurturing. It's the mother. It's very home oriented. It's wanting, to keep the peace, and so it could be where you kind of, if you have people pleasing tendencies or whatever, it's like you're shifting that, and you're realizing that you don't, it feels good to give, but then over giving, there's a line that you cross where then you feel depleted, and that's a part of the discernment too. So, okay, fantastic. um I'm gonna go with my voice of the souls oracle, and there's Linda driving. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for popping in to say hello. Message of warning 33, which is interesting because focus is 33. So whatever it is you're focusing on, there is some kind of warning about what you're focusing on, again with the discernment, or it could be where maybe you need to focus, or maybe you're becoming hyper focused and you need to kind of pull back and try and see the bigger picture to keep that in mind, kind of toggle between, seeing the really the close up details versus the big picture. So we have message of warning, karmic message 37, which breaks down to a 10, discernment. So you've been dealing with some kind of karmic cycle. I'm getting that it potentially it's you found yourself in a cycle that you are needing to, wanting to break free from. Maybe you already have. I'm going to focus on as if it's happening now, but everyone's on a different timeline. So, kind of apply it as it fits. But you're learning to become more discerning. And we have freedom. 17. Yeah. See, you're breaking free. You're breaking free from a karmic cycle. Um, you may be interested in mudras. A mudra is different hand um, positions that you hold I don't know, while you meditate or something. I haven't ever really dived in very deeply to it, but that could be a part of your magic. So, okay. Yeah. Going with my moonology oracle. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Hmm. Nothing is yet set in stone. So you're still in the realm of energy. Still figuring out how to manipulate the energy, to work with it. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Yes. The end of a tough cycle. A tough karmic cycle. Full moon in Capricorn, which is during Cancer season. It's during your birth month, time. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. And that's Leo season, which comes right after. So there may be something happening around your birthday. And yeah, from there on, there's show the world the real you. This kind of speaks to this independence energy and experiencing your own pleasure, not compromising your pleasure. So try and make more space without pushing my computer off the table. Okay, and I want the no. No, not that one. Sorry. I I want the Voyager Tarot. Please, if any of this is resonating for you, leave a comment. I love the comments. I read them all. I don't usually have time to respond, but the love is felt. Okay. Yay, it resonates for Lioness. Nice. Okay, so we have Illumination and Ace of Wands. Illumination. It makes me think of the Minions, that little Minions thing before movies. Illumination. And then we have Reflection, Two of Worlds. Interesting too, because once you illuminate something, you're able to see the reflection or see reflections. And growth. Haha, 10 of Wands. Yeah, there's incredible growth here. Makes me think of this card. Something is becoming illuminated to you. That something, I think, being the restriction that you've been dealing with, the karmic cycle, the where you might have been giving your power away, or you know, people pleasing, and in you're having this kind of w- wake up moment, awakening, with this illumination, and it's kicking something into it's kicking this whole cycle into motion, because now you're seeing something in a whole new way. You're seeing very clearly. You are able to see, once again, there's something here about you being able to see, um to see things in a way other people can't. You're able to thrive because you have some kind of special vision. And the reason I say this is because if you look at this hand, it kind of looks like, I've seen this in movies, never in person, but how it looks to see somebody through heat. What is it, like heat sensors, heat sensor glasses or something. Um, so you're able to see through things. You're able to see. I'm getting read between the lines. Your vision of the world, it's shifting, or it is shifting, and and this is allowing you the ability to reflect on all the stuff on your life and your tendencies, your patterns, and you're gaining some kind of like it's all just kind of, I'm getting this wide-eyed, like big, like, oh my god, I had no idea, but now that I do, I'm gonna hit the ground running. And we've got growth. Like, you looking at yourself, seeing everything that has happened, that has brought you to this point, is it's empowering you to move forward in a whole new way. Dang, this is so amazing. Okay, so oh, and yeah, and you're closing out a cycle in order to begin a new one. This growth is leaving behind that karmic cycle in favor of a new one. Okay, so now I'm going to read this in a different way. So we have nothing is yet set in stone. About something that there's a message of warning here involving restriction, but things aren't as they seem, or there's still it's like there's still time to shift, to make adjustments, to learn to figure out how to navigate something. And this is bringing you to this place of abundance. Like, you go from restriction to abundance. So there's something here, something that is between these two. There's this incredible shift, this awakening, I think, where things, yeah, where things were holding you back, all of a sudden it just all kind of lands in your lap. Like, it can be overwhelming. But with this alchemy and magic, you're like, okay, I it's like you're waking up to your ability to manifest. And you're like, I understand now how to make this more than just a one-off thing, where I just got lucky and won the lottery, but then the rest of my life is going to be horrible, or I'm going to waiting for the other shoe to drop, whatever. It's like you're realizing, oh no, I can recreate this abundance over and over again. I can stay in this abundant um, mentality. And so you're working your magic, which is interesting too, because we've got the hands, and it's like you're wait, where are we? You're manipulating the energy, right? You're figuring out how to bring in this abundance, and it's changing your view. Like your vision is changing of how you see things. This magic is like it's infusing you, and so your abilities are like being taken to the next level. Like, you could already be very intuitive, but this, whatever this is that you're going through, you're going to suddenly be like incredibly psychic, or yeah, somehow you're going to the next level. I don't know how else to say that. So then we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. Yep. Yeah, that restriction, the warning signs, the karmic cycle, the end of a tough cycle approaches, this karmic cycle. Um and it's it could be that this is changing your focus, like I said. You have a new focus that has everything to do with your pleasure and your own transformation. And so into this energy, it's like taking the magic. You start out with a little ball of it in your hand, and you somehow integrate it within you, completely changing your own experience. And then it's like suddenly that energy is in you, and it's like you become the energy. Ah, and this is what helps you to build, to grow in a seemingly inhospitable environment, because you see, oh, so long time ago, back in my late teens, I was really into Carlos Castaneda. And there was one book that and I don't remember which one, but there's this ability that he was learning how to use energy to basically, yeah, he was learning about energy. and how to use it, how to alchemize it. How to, and I'm specifically, there was a part where he watched he watched Don Juan do something, and he didn't see it at the time, but I think he saw it later or something, where Don Juan was using his energy to connect himself. It was like it was a long time ago, sorry, but it was like, this energy rope going from him to somewhere else, and it helped him to physically do things that weren't, to like suddenly jump from one place to another that would have been impossible for a normal person not connected to the energy, but he was able to, because of this understanding of magic. So anyway, something like this. So anyway, um you're creating this, you, well, better just say, I keep saying creating because of building, but it's like you're growing. There's this growth that leads you to this reflection, reflecting on the changes that you're going through, reflecting on where you've been versus where you want to go. There's even a reflection. It's like the world is reflecting back to you the changes, the growth that you are going through because of this ability to alchemize. So then we have show the world the real you. Yeah. Yeah. It's about being authentic, and that is what brings you freedom. Ultimate freedom to be yourself, to be who you want, to not compromise yourself at the expense, to not let somebody call the shots, we'll say. And so your freedom and your independence, it's kind of this new energy that you're embodying and setting healthy boundaries, because the real you, you're learning how to respect yourself. You're understanding your worth, and you're teaching people you're reteaching people how to treat you. And so you're gaining this freedom, becoming very independent. And this is allowing you to be more discerning about what it is you want to build, that is going to bring you pleasure ultimately. But it's extracting the things that you need for yourself in order to build. We have build and we have growth. All of this is leading to, or continuing to take you along this path of growth and rebuilding. Yeah, and I think the end of a type cycle approaches makes me think that you may not, there's at least somebody here who's not quite at this point yet, but it's coming. It's inevitable. And you're becoming incredibly powerful, and you're recognizing this. And so look out, world. But I love it because it's you're not taking advantage of this power in a negative way. You're harnessing that power and using it, um, for your own good, but with the intention of sharing that with the world. So I'm going to leave it there. This is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And yes, leave a comment if it resonates.